Hi guys, a question. Are all Brexiteers like Isabel Oakeshott? What I mean by that is that they're a mix of both callousness and ignorance. Anyway, for some reason, Politics Live thought it would be a good idea to invite her onto the show to give her opinion on the striking nurses. Remember, this is a person who adds absolutely zero to society, yet the state broadcaster thinks it would be enlightening to hear what she has to say. Anyway, have a listen to this offensive drivel.
Why are the strikes immoral? If you're sympathetic to the pay demands of nurses, why are the strikes immoral?
Look, I just fundamentally don't believe in strikes. I don't personally think that if you are in a role which is critical, either critical national infrastructure or life-saving, that you should be able to withdraw your labour with no consequence. I realise that's quite an extreme position. I think you're entirely entitled to withdraw your labour, but don't expect a job at the end of it.
Leila?
Is this a solution to some sort of problem? Or is it just a stream of consciousness? She doesn't support strikes. Okay. Well, if the nurses decide, well, okay, if we're not allowed to strike, we'll quit. We'll stop working. You can't force them to work. Well, not yet anyway. So they would say, okay, we're not going to work. We're going to go on permanent strike. Then what would you do? The NHS is down about 100,000 workers. There's a vacancy of over 100,000 workers. So how are you going to fix that? By telling people, well, when you join this job, you're not allowed to go on strike. What? Look, at the moment, nurses are already providing basic levels of care. Certain cancer treatment, emergency cancer treatment is provided. They're not going on strike over that. They haven't withdrawn their labour when it comes to that. So they are providing a minimum level of service, but they're desperate at the moment. And, keep going around in circles about this. They're desperate. They need extra pay. They need to be able to feed their families and pay their bills. They've suffered a pay cut over the last number of years since the Tories took over. And telling nurses who want to join the profession, well, you're not going to be allowed to go on strike if you're treated like crap. Well, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to say, well, I'm not going to become a nurse. And people who are already nurses will decide, well, I'm going to quit. You can't force me to work. As I said, not yet. But this sort of attitude shows a complete and utter disconnect from reality. It's not just a lack of empathy, but it's an absolute disconnect. No understanding of strikes, no understanding of what the nurses do, no understanding of reality, really. And she's invited onto this show to give her opinion. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.